Edmonton man is warning others after it was determined his landlord violated provincial legislation over a pest problem in his apartment. The landlord is Edmonton-based Leston Holdings, a company that owns dozens of multi-unit rental buildings in the city. Tenant advocates say awareness over such issues could be improved with the development of a landlord registry. Here's a closer look.
It was unimaginable. Like, I kept waking up panicking, like thinking they were in my bed.
Months-old memories still etched into Dane Williams' mind. While living at Edmonton House, one of the city's tallest apartment buildings, he says a mouse problem suddenly reared its head.
My partner at the time said, "There's an odor in the closet." And I'm like, okay. So I just opened the closet door and I was like, immediately, I had been around this before, especially in the oil and gas industry. I'm like, that's mouse pee.
Then he says signs started showing up everywhere. A dishwasher leak revealed excrement underneath, and not long after, he found more droppings in different areas of his apartment.
I pulled the fridge out and it was like a disaster back there. Like, I was like, oh my God, like this is a full-blown infestation.
He complained March 9th, but says no assistance was provided. 3 weeks later, he asked what was going on and was told they were trying to arrange an exterminator the following week. On April 10th, he sent an email stating he'd be moving out at the end of the month to find a healthier living environment.
That's when the property manager, Galen, had come back at me with the lease agreement. You know, you can't get out of your lease until this date.
He says an exterminator did come a few days later and left bait traps that attracted the rodents to his bedroom and behind his fridge. It was then that he decided he couldn't wait any longer to move.
I was just blessed enough to be able to afford to leave. But I think of other people that, you know, like have major phobias, and like there's children in this building. So like I expected more. I expected better treatment.
Williams filed a claim with the Residential Tenancy Dispute Resolution Service. At a hearing in May, the quasi-judicial service found Leston breached the tenancy agreement and provincial regulations by causing significant disruption to the tenant and by failing to meet minimum health standards. Williams was awarded an abatement of 1 month's rent. In a statement, Leston's director of properties says the company respects the tribunal process and has made improvements in response, writing, "We have strengthened our internal procedures to ensure quicker response times and clearer communication with residents."
It's a small number of landlords that are causing an outsized amount of the problem.
Councillor Michael Jan says he's heard a number of complaints about problem landlords over the years, and while rent regulation is provincial, he believes the city could do more to protect renters.
So I pitched the idea of a landlord registry. The fact that if you're looking to rent a property, you should be able to go and get information about that property. You should know that that property is safe, is clean, is healthy, you should have information about maintenance schedules, things like that, just to know, to give renters a little more power.
The city of Halifax created a landlord registry last year. A longtime city councillor there says it helps the municipality keep track of landlords who repeatedly violate standards and guides proactive inspections.
If we get 4 or 5 or 6 complaints about this one property or this landlord who owns several properties, let's look in the registry. How many do they own? And then we can proactively go and look at those other ones to, you know, make sure that those who are renting accommodations are protected in that way and are in safe environments.
Councillor Sean Cleary says the registry also requires landlords keep a maintenance plan. The city, he says, has templates for those who don't know where to start.
They had concerns going into this, but with the implementation so far, they've had no issues. It's a very simple process. We don't charge a fee for it. It doesn't take more than a few minutes to go on and put that information in.
The city of Edmonton included the creation of a landlord registry in its affordable housing strategy, but in 2023, City Council decided against funding it. Jans hopes money for it can be found in the future. Williams does too.
People should have the right to know where they're about to spend their quiet peace and enjoyment, and really get a full understanding of what they're stepping into.
While this story highlights tenant issues, these types of disputes go both ways. In my next segment, we speak to a landlord who had their home destroyed by who they thought were good tenants.